Hello friends, I am Mr. Sanjay Bhadke, presently working as an assistant professor at Department of Civil Engineering, Tulshamji Gaikwad Patil College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. My today's presentation is related to the Transportation Engineering 2 and my topic is basic terminology of airport. So let's discuss about the syllabus of the subject. We know that Transportation Engineering 2 is the compulsory subject for 7th sem Civil Engineering at RTM Nagpur University. The unit 1 is related with the railway engineering, which include the classification of railway, traction and tractive resistance, tractive efforts and locomotives, different types of locomotives. What do you mean by permanent way? What is the meaning of coning of wheel? What is track and high speed track? Unit 2 is related with the rail types and function, selection of rails, wear and defects and creep actions in rails, merit and demerits of the sleeper, types of sleeper, ballast. What do you mean by ballast? Ballast section, spikes, geometric design of railway track, gauge, gradient speed, super elevations, Kant deficiency, and negative deficiency. Next, unit number 3 is related with the point and crossing, left and right handouts, design and calculations of turnouts, types function, railway signals and interlocking, types of signals, necessity of interlocking methods and machine device in railway tracks, construction and modern techniques of maintenance of railway engineering. Now unit number 4, it is related with the airport engineering, and we are going to discuss about the airport engineering today. Basically this chapter contains the aircraft components and characteristics, airport site selection, modern aircraft, airport obstructions, zoning laws of aircraft, highway and railways, runway and taxiway designs, windrows, crosswind, components of runway, layout and geometric design. What do you mean by exit taxiway, configuration and basic runway? Unit number 5, it's include the airport layouts and its classification, terminal area, aircraft parking, configuration and system. What do you mean by hangars, helipads, heliports, visual aids? What is the meaning of airport marking and lighting for the runway? What is the use of visual aids? What do you mean by taxiway? What is the functions of air traffic control department? So all this we are going to cover in unit number 5. Unit number 6 is depend upon the study of tunnel engineering. It include the survey, drainage, ventilations, lighting and lining in tunnel engineering. So these are the some book which are recommended for the transportation engineering, and we know that transportation engineering is divided into 3 parts. Part number 1 is railway engineering, part 2 is airport engineering, and part number 3 is the tunnel engineering. So for railway engineering we can refer the books of S.C. Saxena and S.P. Arora. Also for railway track engineering there is a book of J.S. Mundry. For the airport planning and design we can refer the books of S.K. Sharma, M.G. Arora. Planning and design of airport by Mr. Robert. Air transportation planning and design by Mr. Virendra Kumar and Satish Chandra, and many more. There are number of big books which we can use for the transportation engineering too. So today we are going to discuss about the airport management and its code outlines. Basically this subject is related with the introduction to the airport, various airport components, what are the air traffic control towers, what do you mean by airport terminal buildings, airport operation, airport security, airport financial management, what is the airport and environmental impacts, airport organizing structures, and various factors of airlines to the airport. So these are the some learning outcomes of the subject. By the end of this subject, we can understand about the airport, what is meant by airport, what is meant by aircraft. We can explain the several different types of airport, and we know the various functions of the airport and what are the importance of airport in our life. So now we are going to define what do you mean by the airport. An airport is a facility where passenger connect from ground transportation to the air transportation. Basically, we are using the airport facility to save the time. If you want to move from Mumbai to Nagpur through aircraft, hardly it will take 1.5 hours. So we can save the time by using the airport facility. An airport is a location where aircraft such as aeroplanes, helicopters take off and land. The aircraft may also be stored or maintained at an airport. An airport should have a runway for the takeoffs and landing buildings such as hangars and terminal buildings. Basically, uh, in general life we says aeroplane, but technically it is called as the aircraft. Then what do you mean by airfield? So in figure, you can see one portion which is called as the airfield. A airfield is an area when aircraft can land and take off, which may or may not be equipped with any navigational aids or marking. Many grass strips are also designed as the airfields. Okay. So airfield is a small structure which we can use for the small aircraft, and it is not necessary that we should have provide some marking there. Okay. So see, this is the aerodrome. Aerodrome means it is the part of airport. Basically, aerodromes are using for the landing and takeoff of the various types of aircraft or aeroplane. So in figure you can see that various types of runway is there, and one aircraft is landing on that runway. So normally aerodromes, it is a part of airport. Technically, we define as a defined area on land or water, including any building, installation, and equipment intended to be used either wholly or in the part for the arrival, departure, and surface movement of the aircraft. So, in the figure, we can see a top view of a airport. It is a Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport, and through top view we can imagine what is the structure of airport. So now we are going to discuss about the airport history. The world first airport was built in 1928 at the Croydon near London. It was the main airport of London till it was closed down in 1959 after the World War II. Now it is open for the visitors as a center of aviation. So this history has been started from the land of England. So in case of maintenance of airport, we have to follow some rules and regulations. There are some air traffic services, airlines, and more major groups of activities in the aviations. We know that airlines, it is an organization that provides the scheduled flight for passenger or a cargo. For example, airlines, Indian Airlines, in case of Indian Airlines, they are related with the domestic flights, and in that case the flight can move from Mumbai to Delhi or Mumbai to Bangalore. So these are the some names given to the various airlines of various countries in the world. If you're taking the example of India, we have Air India, Airlines. This way, this is the Malaysia Airlines is there, Air Asia is there, Cathay Pacific is there, Jet Airways is there, Spice Airways is there. So all these are the private aircraft. Normally, these are using the various service provided by the airports throughout the world. Next point is air traffic services. This is one of the important thing. Air traffic services help in navigating aircraft while landing, taking off, flying in the air, overflying and country, taxiing on the ground and parking. They provide a discipline in the air and also on the ground and maintain safety. The service are provided by using the modern equipments including the radar. We know that when we are flying the various types of aircraft in the air, so for the various safety of this aircraft and passenger, it is necessary that we have to follow the various rules and regulations provided by the air traffic services. There is one department, air traffic control, which provided various type of indications to the pilot to maintain the traffic in the air. There are some rule and regulations. The International Civil Aviation Organization, which is called as the ICAO, which maintain all types of activity related with the airport or aircraft in the world. This is the centralized body which gives the guidelines and maintains all type of activities related with the airport and aircraft. The International Civil Aviation Organization, which is called as a ICAO, an agency of the United Nations, and the principle and technique of this international air navigation and foster the planning and development. Basically, it is related with the various types of planning and development related with the airport and aircraft, and it ensures the safe journey of the airport from one country to another country. You just take the example of Malaysia. Malaysia is one of the country in the world. So all this type of activity there is maintained by one department called as a DCA, that is Department of Civil Aviation. These are the some DCA documents which is helpful for the various types of the activity related with the airports. Normally airports are divided in various parts. There are main three parts. One is international airport. If any flight is flying from India to outside the India, then in that case it is called as the international airport. One is domestic airport and regional airports. So these are the three main points of the airports. So these are the some features of the international airport. An international airport has a direct service to many other airport, handle schedule commercial airline both of passengers and cargo. Many international airport also serve as a hub or place where non-direct flight may land and passengers switch planes. Typically equipped with custom and immigration facility to handle the international flight to and from other countries. So these are the some activities which are carried through an international airport. So just see in the figure a top view of an international airport. This is the airport which is situated in Chicago at United States, and through top view we can see the various structure of the airports. You can see the parking configuration, you can see the various types of terminal building, hangars building, various types of runway, which is the part of airports. This is second one. It is the London Heathrow Airport at United Kingdom. So from this figure you can understand the various types of small aircraft are parked there, and a particular place which is provided for the parking of the aircraft is called as the taxiway or exit taxiway. So it is very important while parking any airport, while parking any aircraft at the airport, you should maintain the configuration of parking. So you can see the various types of aircraft are parked parallel to each other, and some aircraft are parked inclined to each other. So also you can see the terminal building is there, and other types of building are also situated there. This is the a top view of the runway. Basically, already in the syllabus I discussed that visual aids. Visual aids is related with the various types of marking, and lighting on the runway. This type of marking and lighting provide the indication to the pilot to land his aircraft properly on the runway to avoid the various types of accident. This type of lighting and visual aids provide the indication to the pilot, and due to this, for pilot it is possible to land his aircraft properly on the runway. This is the airport which is situated in China, and you can imagine you can't imagine this is the one of the airport which is constructed on the sea. Hong Kong International Airport. We know that this is one of the airport in world which is constructed on the sea, above the water. Again, this is one of the top view of the airport, and here we can see various types of aircraft are parked there with a proper configuration, and some you can see some terminal buildings, hangar buildings, and aprons buildings are available there. This is another view of a airport. Next, we discuss about the domestic airport. A domestic airport is an airport which handle only domestic flight or flight within the same country. The meaning of the domestic airport is that if any flight is moving from Nagpur to Mumbai or Mumbai to Delhi, but it is within the country, so that type of flight is called as the flight within the country. And this domestic airport don't have any customization facility and are therefore incapable of handling the flight to a or from a foreign airport. These airports normally have a short runway which are sufficient to handle the short, medium, and haul aircraft. So this type of domestic airport we are using for the internal travels of the passenger. Regional airport. A regional airport is an airport serving traffic within a relatively small or lightly populated geographical area. A regional airport usually does not have a custom and immigration facility to process the traffic between the countries. This is one of the smaller airport, and if you take an example of Gondia, district Gondia, there is one a regional airport, and normally for the small purpose or in case of any emergency, we are using this type of regional airport. So you can see in the figure the runway section has been shown. It is one example of regional airport, and regional airport is a small airport, and normally it can be used for the takeoff or landing of the small aircraft. Next, about the airport ownership. Basically, if you take any example of any country, the airport ownership is with the government of that country. Basically, central government having the regulation and ownership of this airport. For example, in Malaysia, airport are authorized by the Malaysian Airport Holding Berhad, MAHB. Then in case that MAHB responsible to focus on the operation, management, and maintenance of the Malaysian airports. In our country, our Indian airports are managed by our central government. We have different types of airports: national airport, international airports, regional airports, and domestic airports. All the airports are managed by the central government of India. So these are the various steps which we can include for the airport management. It's include the airport operation services, airport planning and development, and airport financial planning. And main aim or primary aim of this airport management to we should get a operational efficiency, and the passenger safety is one of the important factor. Normally airport structures are divided into two parts: one is land side and second one is air side. We know in both the cases, when aircraft is in air or aircraft is in land, in both the cases we have to provide the safety to the passenger, we have to provide the safety to the aircraft. So when this aircraft in the air, the air traffic control department will manage all the activities of aircraft, and this when this aircraft is on the land, the ground service department will take the care of this aircraft. This is one of the section of the land side and air side, as shown in the figure. Normally runway, taxiway, apron, gate, parking configuration, terminal buildings, and other buildings, all these are the part of aircraft, as shown in the figure. So this is one of the section, imaginary section of the airport, how we can show the various structure of the airport. Basically here you can see the various parking area, maintenance hangars, passenger terminal area, what is apron, taxiway, service road, control towers, control panels, which is useful to give the various types of signal to the pilot. So this is the imaginary surface of the airport. Thank you. So student, today we just discussed the introductional part of the airport, and in second class we will go deeply and discuss the various functions of the airport. Thank you once again.